Okay, so we already had a motion, we already had a second on personnel items 1 through 17. Are there any other questions or comments for public on personnel items 1 through 17? No? All right. Yeah, we're up. Yeah. All right, being that there are no other questions, Vince, may I please have a roll call on personnel items 1 through 17 on the agenda?
Yes. Mrs. Denoya.
Yes.
Mrs. Dillon.
Yes.
Mrs. Dimes.
Yes.
Mr. Arico.
Yes.
Mrs. Ramirez.
Yes.
Mrs. Volpe.
Yes.
Mr. Walsh.
Yes.
Mr. Whitberg.
Yes.
Motion carried unanimously.
Thank you very much. And that brings us to our new business section of the agenda. Does anyone have any new business? Oh. All right. Kevin, I think, spoke first, so we'll let Kevin go first.
Just want to express my condolences to Mr. Wilson, who spends a lot of time not only with his job, his maintenance, but really involved with the school functions, events, during the day and at night. He's a really good guy, and I'm sorry to see he lost his wife. There's a GoFundMe page that's established. I encourage everybody that in town to maybe, if you can make a donation to his family, it'd be much appreciated.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Allison? Yeah. Oh, you're off now. Okay. All right. Is there any other new business? Not new business statement. No? Okay.
Comment.
Okay.
I just wanted to give a shout out to Miss Spitzer because I can't stop thinking about the first grade performance today. It was so cute, and you could just tell how much she loves her job, and I don't even know if I'm allowed to do this, but it's my last meeting, so I don't care. And I just thank you, Miss Spitzer. It was so cute, and great job. Keep it up.
Oh. Thank you, Brenna. All right. Allison?
If you all will indulge me, I appreciate it. I had some reflection moments. It's been 3 years, and I just thought I'd share some of my experiences and some things to be thinking about as you move into 2025. So if I could take you all back to the summer of 2016, I was looking to move, and I needed to find a school for my two boys, one 15 and one 11. My family and I ended up in Colts Neck. The family I purchased my home from, the mom was a board member many moons ago, and while I was there, she called Dr. Rigby and said, can they come over and check out the school because they're here? And he said, yeah, I'm here, not a problem. So we raced over to Cedar Drive, and Dr. Rigby took Leo and myself around the school, and we talked about all things middle school and what to expect. And we came back for orientation, which was like a couple days before school started. And Dr. Rigby came to me, and he's like, we need to talk about math. I'm like, okay, we can talk about math. And then I said, but he said, well, why don't we talk to Leo about math? So we talked to Leo about math, and we made our decisions. And I turned to Mr. Rigby, and I had tears in my eyes. And I said, I'm really nervous about this change. It's a really hard decision to make on your own. And I was making it all by myself. Dr. Rigby reassured me, telling me that things would be great. Our 3 years at Cedar Drive were wonderful. The teachers and administration were fantastic to work with, and I always knew I had a partner in my son's education. From start to finish, it was an incredibly positive experience, and I am forever grateful for their guidance, direction, and support. When I was elected 3 years ago, I ran for the school board because I believe deeply in the work of our schools and in how we support our students, families, and the broader community. My mission to serve has always been strong. I dove right into the role, supported by mentors who were experienced board members, each with at least 5 years of experience in this position. I have served under 3 different presidents, four different presidents, always understanding my responsibilities to both the board and the community. I attended all required training and additional sessions provided by the New Jersey School Boards Association. As Jessica mentioned, I received the new board member boardsmanship certification through their training. Over the course of my tenure, I've had the privilege of working with all members of the board. We all come from different backgrounds, but that's what makes our board work. Our primary responsibility is to hire the superintendent of schools, which we really have a great one here, and we're very lucky to have her. As a governing body, our second responsibility is to adopt policies for our district, and we work to meet the needs of our students, family, staff, and administration. These policies are guided by laws from the New Jersey Department of Education, and it is our job as elected officials to follow those laws. Throughout my time on the board, I've served on many committees: policy, in which one year I was chair, advocacy, finance and negotiations, curriculum, and communications. We trusted each other to do the work. A successful board thrives when each member does their part, and recommendations from each committee are brought before the full board for approval, allowing us to keep the district moving forward. In my experience, this is how a well-functioning board operates. We may not always agree on everything, but we respect each other's opinions and listen carefully to everyone's input. We modeled this approach for the public so our families can see the board's work and understand how we are serving the district. It requires time and effort from all members of the board. In the last year, Dr. Garibay has been providing weekly superintendent's updates for board members. These updates offer insights into the happenings in our schools aligned with the committees we've worked on. They're thorough and often include links to supporting documents. This has been especially helpful for our newer board members, allowing us to better understand the district. Those of us who do the work review these updates closely, so when it's time to vote, we don't have many questions. We're doing the work. At present, we are functioning as a committee of the whole, meaning that discussions are held with the full board in one meeting and votes are cast in the following meeting. This new format can make public comment a bit more challenging, but I encourage parents and community members to attend meetings, listen to the discussions, and provide feedback during the required action meetings before votes are taken. Meetings may sometimes run long if board members are not fully prepared, but we're doing our best to make this process work. New Jersey School Board Association President Timothy Purnell recently wrote an article for Spotlight News about nonpartisan school boards. He stressed the importance of keeping politics out of school board elections, noting that we're in a world marketed by diverse rhetoric and partisan bickering, and the last place we need that to occur is at the local school board level. The incoming board has run on a political ticket and won, but in their first training they'll be reminded to set aside campaigning, including social media, and focus on the work of the board. That's what you, as the community, need to pay attention to. Campaign promises may or may not be achievable, but what's most important is that the district continues to empower and inspire students to become confident, creative, self-sufficient learners who maximize their strengths and talents and contribute as responsible participants in their ever-expanding world. This is the mission of our district. It's what we do every day. And I've been proud to contribute to that mission during my time on the board. I've learned so much, and I've dedicated countless hours to policies, curriculum, finance, and negotiations, just to name a few. One of my proudest accomplishments is working through contract negotiations, helping all parties come to agreements. I will miss serving on this board and working with our community, but it has truly been an honor to help make our schools great. If I could leave you with one piece of advice, it would be this. Everyone has a voice in this community. It's not just one voice. This board must represent everyone, and in order to do that, we need to hear from you. Write letters, attend meetings, and ask questions, and seek answers from the board. Make your voices heard. I wish you all a wonderful holiday and a restful break. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you, Allison. And I also want to say thank you because I forgot to have someone read the mission statement. And you just read it, so check. All right, any other new business? Rich, your microphone, please.
Before I say this, my thank you is not as elaborate as Jessica's was in the start. But I just want to thank all of you for giving me this opportunity to be here. And I am extremely grateful to be able to serve the community and the great children of this district. Although my time here was brief, I learned a lot and I enjoyed these last few months here. I would also like to thank my mentor, Jessica, Dr. Garibay and Mr. Marasco for helping me and explaining anything I needed help with. Lastly, as I part ways here, I urge the continuing and future board members, when it comes time to discuss the budget, to please consider funding the summer bridge program. Any program that is as successful as this one is and can get children to want to come to school during the summer deserves to be high on the priority list. Thank you all again, and congratulations to the new members.
Thank you, Rich. Any other new business? All right. Well, then I am looking for a motion to adjourn.
Motion. Second.
All in favor? Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful evening. Get home safe.